Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Boku no Hero Academia Season 3 on episode 17, or you can call it My Hero Academia 3 on episode 17. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty cool, not too bad. The way I looked at it, it seemed like it had some filler, but I didn't mind because, you know what, it actually expanded more about, Class 1A. Those of you guys who recently watched the episode would know what I'm talking about. Those who are just watching this video and not knowing what I am talking about, you may not even get the idea at all. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that Todoroki ends up having to take on a group full of ninja people, but due to his own strategic thinking, he managed to fool everyone, fool the ninjas to where he is at, and ends up having to froze them up and ends up having to pass by taking them all out or something, or just getting 3 targets, or just getting 1 target on one, etc. As for Momo, along with Soji and Suyu-chan, and Jiro, the earphone jack girl, we had to it that they end up having to enter a building and end up being in trouble because apparently there's this girl who planned out this entire strategy by sealing them in and will go in for the entirety of the kill later, or targets later. Because what they did here is seal off their ways of getting out by using ice, and eventually end up using some iron or steel bar door windows to seal them in shut. And eventually there's only one place that they could escape from, and apparently we get to see that the one girl that's leading the entire group of women or something, we have to it that her quirk involves of being very intellectual. When she sips tea and then she closes her eyes, her genius level intellect increases dramatically to a point that she's a super genius. I guess you could just say that her quirk gives her a boost to her intellect every time she sips tea and closes her eyes or something. But we have to it that Momo realizes that they are trying to get her to use her quirk or something because she uses a lot of lipids in her body, and we have to it that she has to, if she uses it, she may not be able to, she'll be unmovable or she'll be immobile. But eventually Momo decides to make something that allows Jiro to activate her own power to a point where it's able to knock everyone out. Now, I forgot to mention, when Jiro tries to make an attack one time, she did get hurt by one of them ice attacks, apparently, that ends up damaging one of her earphone jacks. But aside from that, going back to when Momo creates a giant, sound speaker enough for Jiro to knock everyone out, we had to it that the leader of the girls was trying to get Momo due to the fact that she's now weakened. But we see to it that Shoji, Suyu, and Jiro, or earphone jack girl, managed to bust open the door, even though she locked Momo and herself in. And we see to it she asks him why are you even doing this? I mean, isn't it easy just to leave someone else behind? You should worry about yourself. But we have to that they explain that Shoji, Suyu, and Jiro says or earphone jack girl says, let me tell you something. We leave no one else behind, not even our friends, you see? That's what we live by. And therefore, knowing it's her loss, she gave up. We have to it that Kirishima, along with Bakugo and Kaminari, I believe, yeah, the electric boy guy, we have to it that they end up having to meet up with someone that actually took Kirishima to a point that he's all gooey or something. And we see to it that we switch back to Izuku, Sero, and Ochaku-chan, which involves Izuku saying that, okay, here's my plan. I'll be a decoy. You guys grab as many people as you can that we need to win the battle or something, alright? And therefore, we have to it that we go back to Kaminari and Katsuki Bakugo and Kirishima, that they are up against someone from Shikitsu High School. And apparently, Bakugo was tired of hearing him talk all the time, you know? He ends up saying, listen, how about you talk with your actions instead of your mouth for once, alright? You talk too much. And this guy gets so upset he attacks Bakugo, but his attacks are ineffective. We have to it that one of our heroes, Joke, apparently is talking to is talking to Aizawa Sensei, and we have to. She goes like, "Hey, aren't you worried about your? Are you really worried about your class or something?" But we have to it that Aizawa says that's not the case. Let me tell you something. There's two people in the class that's not popular or doesn't care much about like fame at all. You know, when I was watching Class A, they may not realize it, but you see here. These two people whose presence has a big effect on them, you know, they're not leaders or the most popular in the class or in the school, and the two of them don't even get along well, but somehow their passion spreads throughout the entire class, and they end up having to like have always becomes the center of the major event. You know, they become something that pushes class 1A to like to its limit, etc. And he can't wait to see what they do, you know? Even though they're not physically here with everyone, their presence raises the whole standard for the entire class. Which apparently Aizawa Sensei, in simple words, without a lot of detail, says that indirectly, without mentioning names, that Izuku and Bakugo, they have this presence or charm that pushes class 1A to its limit to a point where they can overcome anything in other cases, you know? Even though they are not physically with everyone, there's something in them that pushes their spirit or their will to like to their high standard here and there. Which I go like, yeah. When it comes to Izuku and Bakugo, we do know that they become one of those center attention of many other things, and because of their passion or will, it's like it's expressed throughout the entire class not to give up, you know? And that's what Izuku and Bakugo is, etc. So yeah, I'm sorry for being very confusing about Ayazawa's words, but if you watched the episode, you should get the idea. But if you haven't, in other simple words, Aizawa says that Izuku and Bakugo are known to are two people that changes the standards of Class 1A and boosts their morale up, if anything. So yeah, if anything, that's about it. Just Class 1A showing what they are really capable of, and of course, Momo, Jiro, Shoji, Suyu-chan pass along with Todoroki, etc. As for Todoroki, he does see like the freaking whirlwind, the wind manipulation quirk guy. Forgot the guy's name. Forgive me. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Do do do.